I watched your 6 o'clock news today. It's straight tabloid.
Hi, this is Kevin from Raised on Film, and today I want to talk about two films about giving the people what they want. Sidney Lumet's 1976 film Network follows an ensemble of TV executives who stoop to the lowest common denominator as they create programming to compete with the leading television stations.
All I know is this violates every canon of respectable broadcasting.
We're not a respectable network. We're a whorehouse network. We have to take whatever we can get.
The station gets its first taste of success when longtime news anchor Howard Beale declares he's going to kill himself on air.
I'm going to blow my brains out right on this program a week from today.
10 seconds to commercial.
Diana Christensen, played by Faye Dunaway, decides to capitalize on the burst of success.
For God's sakes, Diana, we're talking about putting a manifestly irresponsible man on national television.
She faces very little pushback, almost exclusively from Max Schumacher, who represents the last vestiges of integrity in the rapidly changing television climate.
TV is showbiz, Max. And even the news has to have a little showmanship.
From there, all hell breaks loose. Howard Beale is kept on as the mad prophet of the airwaves, exposing the hypocrisies of our time and prophesizing the dire things ahead.
And when the 12th largest company in the world controls the most awesome goddamn propaganda force in the whole godless world, who knows what shit will be peddled for truth on this network?
The Howard Beale Show becomes the most popular show in the country. Beale's audience hangs on his every word, echoing back to him his own mantras.
How do you feel?
The network betrays any integrity and sense of responsibility it may hold to succeed. Instead, they give the people what they want: scandal, sensation, and articulated rage. The film is a scathing indictment of, well, America, the whole enterprise, really. And though it might not seem like it, it's very similar to this. Starship Troopers, directed by Paul Verhoeven, is about a group of fresh-faced high school grads going on 30, coming of age through an intergalactic war against a race of bug-like alien creatures. This film, too, is about giving the audience what it wants in order to prove a greater point. But unlike Network, which has characters who state explicitly the warped truths which govern their lives,
The world is a business, Mr. Beale.
Starship Troopers' deeper meaning is explored through its execution. Verhoeven makes a film with all the ingredients of a big summer blockbuster of the time. He gives us what we want. What do we want? We want to see a bunch of attractive people. Check. We want to see guns. Check. We want aliens. Check. Special effects. Check. Epic battles. Check. Heroism. Check. Future football? Absolutely. Hank from Breaking Bad, why the hell not? Romance, check. Sex, check. Co-ed showers with casual conversation, check. Buns, check. Gore, check, check, and check. Military might, check-a-roo. And most of all, escapism. Something to take us far from the confusing and complex world reflected in Network, a place where we don't have to think.
Because less than 3% of you people read books. Because less than 15% of you read newspapers.
Click.
They sucked his brains out.
Give me more aliens, thank you very much. A film like Network takes effort. It challenges the fundamental principles by which many of us live and operate. The characters expound, sometimes for several minutes at a time, the hideousness of our situation.
It is a consortium of banks and insurance companies who are not buying CCA for themselves, but as agents for somebody else.
Starship Troopers' dialogue is, how to put it, simple.
I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits. You don't do your job, I'll shoot you.
Network delves more into the nuances and gray areas of our society. The line between good and evil is distorted constantly. Starship Troopers is so devoid of nuance that it's comical. This is good. This is bad. Good? Bad. This simplicity is all a cover-up, though, to tap into a vulnerable part of our brains and get us riled up over a grand spectacle without asking questions or looking for deeper meaning.
Would you like to know more?
Underneath this delightfully stupid sci-fi romp is a very provocative message about the nature of fascism. It's there from moment one, but becomes especially apparent in the film's final act when Carl enters Diz's funeral dressed like this. He looks like a goddamn Nazi. He's dressed like a Nazi. Isn't he one of the good guys? Wait a minute. Are they the good guys? Who am I rooting for? What am I? Eventually, the film purposely betrays its own logic. Suddenly, the absurdly underpowered weapons become oddly overpowered. The mindless bugs begin to show intelligence and even emotion, and when faced with imminent demise, Xander, my God, Xander declares with unwavering bravery,
"One day, someone like me is gonna kill you and your whole fucking race."
The final victory of the film comes not with the bugs' destruction or the end of the war, but here.
It's afraid.
It's afraid!
We have been cheering on people who desire domination over peace. The film ends with the brain bug subjected to horrendous scientific experiments, and our heroes lead the charge into the ensuing, undoubtedly victorious war ahead. Starship Troopers appeals to the most superficial part of our brains to show how easily people can be indoctrinated with fascist propaganda. Network proposes that what is shown on screen will replace what we think of as the real world and inevitably be our undoing.
You're television incarnate, Diana. Indifferent to suffering. Insensitive to joy. You're madness, Diana. And everything you touch dies with you.
Both films are bleak, poignant, darkly comic takes on how consumerism will, or arguably has, consume our ethical standards. They both show, in very different and spicy ways, that giving the people what they want is not the same as giving them what they need.
So turn off your television sets. Turn them off now. Turn them off right now. Turn them off and leave them off. Turn them off right in the middle of the sentence I'm speaking to.
Thank you for watching Raised on Film. Do you know any other films which play with subverting the audience by giving them what they want? If so, leave it in the comments. And if you like what we do, share, like, subscribe, comment, and tell your friends. Word of mouth is always good. And stay tuned. We've got more coming.